I'm Robert Williams from MetalRules.com, and joining me tonight in Austin, Texas for this year's Fun Fest is festival headliners and new wave of British heavy metal legends, Venom. We have Kronos, Dante, and Rage with us tonight. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Good. Great, man.
Ready to kick some ass.
So this is your first time ever in Texas, is that correct?
It certainly is, yes. Very exciting.
Very exciting. You guys fans of some Texas metal?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Everybody says this is where it's at.
You know, Pantera and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Fucking piss and razors.
Great to have you guys over for the first time.
Thanks.
So you guys are over here in support of your new album, From the Very Depths, and that was recorded over the span of 3 years. That must have been a pretty monumental, challenging task. What was the biggest challenges involved in crafting the new album?
Trying to find virgins to sacrifice before every song. It's fucking really hard.
It's getting harder.
It's getting slim to the
Slim pickings.
It's slim pickings, really. It's getting harder. We have to go out in the middle at night to find them, but you know, they don't go out as much as what they used to.
I just find you get more critical as you get further on, you know, like the Fallen Angels album was the first album with this lineup, and you know, the guys got every opportunity to interact with the songs and sort of put their stamp on it. So obviously when it comes time to do a second attempt, everybody's a little bit more like, you know, critical of, you know, how each section should go to get it right. And you know, we wanted the album to relax, we wanted the album to find itself, to find its speed, tempo, feel, and obviously for everyone to be happy with it, you know, because then once we release it, that's it, hands up. It's up to everybody who's going to criticise it and pull it to bits. 3 years of work and 2 seconds to kill.
Yeah. That's the good thing, we did have that time to work on them, like Colin said. It's like
We were gigging as well, you know, and we're just getting tighter as a band.
Isn't it?
The Fallen Angels album, obviously it was our first album with Dante, so we're getting a feel about how that was. We knew we were fucking amazing live, but obviously transferring that onto an album's, you know, that's the difficult bit. So the next album, From Very Depths, it was a lot more organic. You know, there was a lot of jamming and stuff like that, just fucking beating stuff and just standing in the practice room, just
beating each
causing
other,
mayhem. Yeah, and it's come out. It's like the next step, you know.
Yeah.
And,
A lot of those songs do come out of jams. You know, we do jam. We'll just set the recorder going and just jam at rehearsals, and these jams can go on for
big fans of like the 70s bands, and that's what we grew up on, and that's what those bands used to do, you know, like Purple and stuff like that.
On stage, didn't they?
Yeah, they used to do it on stage, and we just got that sort of vibe, and we just went with it, you know.
This is your second or third record with Venom?
It was my third.
I think your third.
Yeah.
Tell me about finding Rage and Dante, and you know how the new lineup came together and all that.
Well, you know, I really started to kind of envisage how this band was going to go into the next century, really, way back in 2000. And, you know, I put a band together at the time that was just with sort of friends who I knew were fucking going to, you know, be able to cut the shit. And, you know, we put the Metal Black album together. But, you know, I had a vision for a band that was tighter, heavier, and, you know, I've got the mantle of responsibility to actually retain the venomness of it all. You know, we have fans who've been with us since day one, and it has to have the Venom stamp 100%. So, you know, that was my mission, was to find people who came into this band to, you know, make it their own, to make, you know, I didn't want a drummer who sort of tried to be like anybody else who'd ever been in this band, or even tried to be like somebody in another band. You know, I wanted somebody to come in and be the best Venom drummer they could possibly be. And, you know, finding these guys was fucking awesome, because, you know, there's no looking back now. We just keep getting tighter and tighter. And because we play a lot as well throughout every week, you know, we're in rehearsals and throwing ideas backwards and forwards, there's a kind of telepathy goes down where we know what each other's thinking. So, you know, track ideas start off and he puts his bit in, he puts his bit in, and they mold really quickly and come together, and, you know, it's that black metal stamp, boom, you know.
Yeah, it definitely has the Venom stamp on it. And after doing this for so many years, you know, you look at the lyrics on the new record, you know, definitely goes along the same path as everything else you guys have done. What's inspiring you lyrically after doing this so long?
Well, I've still got so many ideas that I've never used, you know. I mean, I've come up with so many thousands of ideas over the years that, you know, for me, this just comes so naturally. The thing is, the way I've always seen Venom is, Venom needs to be a band that evolves. You know, I don't want to play the same songs fucking year after year after year. I want to evolve this band. I want to stay with a slightly commercial, you know, rock and roll has to be something that you remember, you know, and a lot of the sort of death metal stuff that's like just all based on the same sort of, to me, it doesn't have that hook. And I've always found with the songs like the Welcome to Hell, dun, 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 you know, it's something that stays with you. You know, I know people think commercial's a dirty word with metal. I know they do, but they can fuck off, because, you know, commercial just means something that stays with you, that you like, that you enjoy, you know, and that's something that we do well. As you know, I find that we come up with songs where you're still thinking about them weeks later, months later after you've heard them. They stick with you. They're not throwaway songs. We don't want any throwaway songs. You know, if a song doesn't move you, and if you don't remember it, you don't want to keep playing it in the car or whatever, then we throw it away. It's goodbye. We want the stuff that stays hardcore and evolving. You know, still being a bit controversial as well. You know, the song Smoke, I'm sure people didn't expect that one out of Venom. You know, it's a little bit different, but we've always done that. We've always we got shit for 7 Gates of Hell back in the day. What the fuck? That's not like Angel Dust. But you know, that's what I love about this band. We have the ability to just keep trying out new ideas and retaining that black metal stamp. So fucking long may it continue.
Things are like fresh and exciting when we're coming up with it all the time. You know what I mean? It's not like, this isn't a band that just go out and play, you know, all their old songs, the greatest hits.
Yeah, it's not a nostalgia thing, is it? We always want to progress, and we don't think about like what we're going to do next week or next year. We're thinking about like this band being the next 10 years and stuff like that, you know. We're
always looking forward.
We always want to push it, you know. We don't want to just be bullshit artists who come up and try to pretend to be something that they're fucking not, you know, and never were, and just fleecing fans and stuff like that, and not giving the proper, the 100%.
Yeah.
That the name Venom fucking deserves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So our fans won't take second best, you know. I would hate for them to go out and see a band and get fucking ripped off because it's just shit. You know, that's what we try to do. We always try to do the best and keep the name relevant and keep the name fucking extreme, you know?
Yeah. Because we love what we do, and it shows when we're
We get a lot of respect, you know. I mean, we've gigged with bands and stuff like that, and they come up and, you know what I mean, they love us lineup, you know, because they can see that it's not just a fucking cash cow or you know, we're not using this as a next step, we're using it as, you know, to go on and
solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to be
they
there.
Can see that we're in it for the fucking the right reasons. We're in it there for fucking black metal, you know?
Yeah.
And the three of you playing in the band that is the forefathers of all black metal, what are your guys' take on the second wave bands, the Scandinavian stuff, bands like Emperor, Mayhem, Dark Throne? Are you guys into that at all?
Yeah, I like the idea that they progressed it to another level, but that's really what the message is. You know, I mean, we came out when metal was dying. People were saying, you know, why are you into rock music? It's dead, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, we just wanted to prove that it wasn't. That's why we put the punk injection back into rock, which came up with the black metal stuff. And, you know, the Scandinavians, 10 years later, saw another angle with the whole Norse thing and, you know, the blast beats and all the sort of death vocals and everything. So great, you know, it's another progression. It's metal.
Many bands from the new wave of British heavy metal era are still going strong today. Kronos, like Angel Witch, Saxon, Raven, Satan, of course you guys. From someone who was there in the day, what do you think was so special and captivating about the new wave of British heavy metal movement?
I think a lot of the bands back then, they were trying to be like other bands that had came before them, but there was the odd few bands like ourselves who had a fresh stamp, who had a fresh angle, who had something new to say, something new to offer. You know, I worked in the recording studio. I used to see bands coming in all the time. We want to sound like Judas Priest. We want to sound like AC/DC. Fucking yawn, you know.
It's already been done. You know, what's the point?
Yeah, I mean,
you're not going to better those bands. You know, you're not going to like want to sound like AC/DC and be better than them. You can't. You know, it's fucking impossible.
And we grew up like listening to all the new wave of British heavy metal bands, you know, and like come from the 70s where it was getting really fucking bloated. You know, the big rock star sort of thing, and it was starting to. It was getting away from where it started, like even Purple, you know, from where they started with Gillan and that, and then it's sort of become this horrible bloated thing, and you know, and when punk came out, there was a lot of people like us who, you know, we liked the punk and all that, but it was a little bit, you know, they weren't technical enough, you know, it was a little bit hit and miss. And when the new wave of British, you know, like the likes of Venom and all that, who took the punky edge, but like put it into a little bit more technical sort of stuff, like
less political.
Yeah, and that was great for us kids growing up in the 80s, because we were like, we needed something to latch on to, rebel, you know, and this music was great because everyone had long hair and fucking you all had your denim fucking jackets on and stuff, and it was like an army of metal, you know, and it was everybody was there together, you know, and that was awesome.
It's one of the things I love about metal is the honesty of it, because you know the fans can see through the bullshit. You know, you get bands who come out, you know, and they're in it for the money, and you can see straight through them. You know, it's one of the reasons that we, you know, always wanted to put on the show, you know, and put the stage gear on and this, that, and the other, was to kind of show, you know, look, we're spending this money on the show for you guys, you know. But they, you know, there's still bands who are out there. They're just trying to fleece the crowds, and you know, it's a real shame that it's part of this music, you know. But I suppose that's life, really, you know.
Yeah, they miss off what, you know what I mean. There's like a few who are out there, you know, and they're trying to profess that they're, you know, the biggest and the best, and they're not, because
copyright band.
Yeah, they don't get the fucking vibe of what it should be, the image. It's all, you know. When you go and see a band, you want to be entertained, you know. Yeah. You don't want to just hear like someone playing an old song that you love, but then they just stand on stage looking like a bunch of fucking bankers, you know, with glasses on and fucking falling all over the place. That's not what it's about, man. It's you know, they don't get what the essence of what the metal is.
That's the thing, when you go to a gig, and you tell your mates the next day, I went to see a band last night. I went to see a band. You know, that's the saying. I went to see a band. So it's 50% is the.
But they're fooling themselves because they
performance.
You know, there's bands out there that they go in and the kids, you know, you might get 50, 60 people because of all the players clubs, you know, and the kids, and they might go, oh, them kids really enjoyed it. They didn't enjoy listening to that certain song. Yeah. They didn't enjoy you because you just stood there looking like a bunch of fucking twats.
And they walk on look like roadies, you know. A lot
so you know, think karaoke gets a crowd, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
For fuck's sake, but it's not their songs, you know.
Yeah. So you mentioned that some of them look like bankers. They have glasses. Some of them look like hipsters. They don't even look like they belong in a metal club. What do you guys think about the satanic imagery involved in black metal? Like, what do you think of the bands that all their songs are about Satan and then they come off stage and they're not involved in that?
Well, you know, it's so okay. So they're using it as an image, you know. I mean, there's other bands you could mention as well. I mean, you know, for fuck's sake, Corks are vegans, you know. So, you know, they found themselves an image that they like and they want to use for their band. I haven't got any problems with that. Look, there's no other music on this planet that you could associate Satan with, really. I mean, you know, it's perfect, you know, or everything that you ever read about fucking the dark arts fits so well with this music. And you know, they say the devil has the best tunes, and I fucking agree.
You couldn't think Beyonce, you couldn't see her strutting about on a big glitzy stage singing about it. You know, it just wouldn't work.
Inverted crosses and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's our domain.
Yeah.
Satan is ours.
So after this, you guys are going to do Maryland Death Fest in Baltimore, and I heard about Columbia. Yeah. How are you guys spending the rest of your year?
We're writing, you know, coming up with new ideas as we normally do. You know, we just want the fans to know, you know, check out the Venom Legion's website. We have a contacts page up there. For the promoters, we have all the news page up there to let people know what we're doing, all the concerts that we're playing.
Don't be fooled by pale imitations.
Yes, indeed, you know. Check out the real Venom. We know that there's been some sites who've been putting our photographs and our Venom logo up for a whole load of dates that don't have anything to do with us. You know, Venom play one-off shows, and that's the way we've always done it. We like to have it as big and best as we can. You know, we don't do little club tours. It's never been the Venom way. And you know, we try to contact some of these sites to say, look, you know, you're misrepresenting the band. We don't know who this band is that you're talking about, but you know, we're not coming to America to play 30 shows. You know, please get your shit together and sort it out. But you know, these websites must just want to put any shit on the site. You know, it's one of the reasons why we wanted to do the interview with you guys, because we know that you guys have got a lot more integrity in that, and you know, you don't want to just put bullshit on your website. You want to put the facts. And the fact is that, you know, we are Venom, and we're here to stay.
We love Venom.
Thank you very much.
So, thanks again, guys, for taking the time to do this special interview. Any last words for your fans watching at home?
Fucking hell, we're in Texas. Fucking Texas!
Hell yeah!
Fucking hell yeah! You're gonna die tonight.
Lay down your soul to the gods, rock and roll. Battle tenfold through the deadly black hole. Riding hell stallions, bareback and free.